Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the evening, and we are live on Fight Network. Welcome to the show. We're going to bring this one to you right now from our friends at Head Rush. Remember, fortune favors the brave. Check them out at headrush.com. This bout is set for 3 5-minute rounds in the XMMA heavyweight division. When the action starts inside the cage, our referee, Mr. Andrew Glenn. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet, 2.5 inches tall, and weighing in at 237.2 pounds. Tonight, he brings to the cage a professional record, 4 wins versus 1 defeat. Representing Gladiators Academy of Crowley and fighting out of Crowley, Louisiana, please welcome Brandon Thug Passion Hebert. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 3 and weighing in at 261 pounds. Tonight, he brings to the cage a professional record, 7 wins against 3 defeats. Representing American Top Team and fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, please welcome Marcelo Golm.
Here we go, heavyweight action. These guys touch up right away. I don't expect these guys to have much of a feeling out pace. Do you think, Chris?
Oh, no. And I know you can say this in every fight, but I definitely feel like the winner is going to be the guy who can implement their game plan and keep the fight where they want it to be. I mean, if it's going to be on the ground, I think.
I mean, I remember, Hebert is known for quick finishes, a lot of quick 2-minute knockouts, and he has hands of dynamite, and he has a glorious beard to go with it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's why Golm's doing the smart thing right now and not letting him keep it on his feet for the first 2 minutes. He wants to take away space the entire time and smother him.
Real good hips there from Hebert, turning around and be able to stay on his feet. Now turn around, getting that underhook pretty quick. So it's not just punching power that he has.
Yeah, he's look at that. He's very creative with his way to get out of the
Oh,
big
uppercut. That was a serious uppercut, I'm telling you right now. I think Holm is trying to shake the cobwebs out. That was a big shot.
He didn't like that at all, you could tell.
Who would? Touch him with the left hand on the way in there. Holm knows he's in a fight now.
Well, I do like the way Golm's trying to take away his opponent's strength. He wants to smother him at all times and not let him get those big punches off.
Nice knee in the clinch there. That was kind of, Hebert, you saw him set that up. You looked to the right there. He looked away from his opponent. You saw that spinning elbow coming. And he is not shy to trade in there, is he?
Man.
Look at these shots.
That one hurt him, I think. That knee got him. He's looking to set up that spinning back.
Look at these guys touching each other up. Heavyweight action here, XMMA. What a great way to start off the main card. Heavyweights banging it out, Chris Lytle.
And Marcel's really starting to find a home for those punches right now. I think he's finding Brandon Hebert's got some holes in his defense. He's got good offense, but he's got to worry about that defense right now.
I mean, those knees look the most devastating to me.
Yeah, he landed some good knees, but those punches, they caught his attention as well.
Ooh.
This just has knockout all over. I think somebody's going to go down this fight.
These guys are loving each other with those fists.
Hebert won a good takedown right there.
He's right in the half guard already, almost close to the mount. It reminds me of, like you said earlier, a Khabib takedown where you end up trapping the legs.
Absolutely. And there's isn't a lot of time to be on the ground. He's still got about half the round. He's going to have to find a way to get up. Brandon Hebert wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to his wife, Josie, his kids, Bree, True, and Duty.
All right. Well, man, he's already showed he's well-rounded. I mean, he showed good hips. He was able to get the underhooks back when he was on against the fence, and his hands are quick.
This right here is where that weight comes into factor. You notice that Marcelo was about 20 pounds heavier than him, and this is where it really shows when you get on your opponent, wear them out. That takes away some of that punching power.
Christopher James just passed me a note, and he said that Brandon Hebert's beard was actually 3 inches longer, and he caught fire at a barbecue recently. He had to trim it.
That's not surprising.
The best thing is I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Now we got one hook in. as the Brazilian is trying to wear out the American's spirit and his energy so he doesn't have to worry about those punches coming up.
Absolutely. And Hebert's doing a good job of trying to get around, but, man, his opponent's just smothering him right now, using all that weight.
And he is 20, 30 pounds bigger.
Exactly. He needs to try and get his back to the mat, get his back to the cage, or try and get this guy off of. He's got to create some kind of a scramble right now. Look at that good elbow.
I mean, you could tell that Brandon, he has it when it comes to striking. Some guys, just the way they touch people is just different, and you can tell he's got it. Now, he almost went too high and was able to escape on the back, but look at Brandon, might end up on top. No. Good job of readjusting.
Yeah.
Great job of readjusting.
Yeah, and for a big guy being 260 pounds, he's able to move fairly well on the ground.
Oh, Thug Pasha now on top. And, you know, he's got dynamite in his hands. We might see some big shots getting rained down here momentarily. Maybe some big hammer fists.
Yeah, he could do that, or he might just let him up.
Those are shots. Playing the drums on his Brazilian opponent. He said, your name's not Marcelo, you're the bongo.
He doesn't mind right now being guard. It's a good thing to kind of take a break, regain your strength, and land some bombs.
Big shot there to the body. These heavyweights hit hard. Not holding back at all is Brandon Hebert, as you would think. Man, this is going to be a tough round to call.
Couldn't agree more. Marcelo
Nice
had
shot
his
there
back.
at the end. Big hammer fists.
I would not be surprised to see that being a split round.
Man, that was definitely a close round. You know, I'm not a judge. What we say doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm going to say that, in my opinion, I think Hebert pulled it out at the end.
Well, like I said, it depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking who's doing the most damage, Hebert definitely won. If you look for control, he lost.
Let's take a look at a replay here at XMMA of these big shots. Look at that. That's that uppercut that really lifted the head.
That was the first one that made him change his pace.
And here's the knee we talked about. Here's a couple of them. And Hebert never stopped firing those body shots.
He looked like it didn't phase him at all.
A couple spinning back fists, a spinning elbow attempts. There's a great takedown while he trapped that leg. I mean, we talked about the American top team fighter being well-rounded. He showed it, but he also showed that he was able to absorb some big shots from Hebert, who really came down with the thunder in those hammer fists.
Once again, I'm glad I'm not judging.
Yeah, never a fun job. It's much more fun to be over here.
We can critique them. And
Hanging out with Eric Apple is more fun.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. They're right.
Now, it looks like Marcelo's left eye is already swelling quite a bit. Look at it.
Looked like I think that happened from one of those last punches at the end of the round.
Those hammer fists were no joke. Marcelo's corner in Portuguese calling for headshots, calling for punches to the head.
I mean, Hebert does need to work on some head movement right there. He's like, I'm going to hit you harder than you're going to hit me, which is a great strategy as long as it works. But, man, you can't do that for too long.
Yeah, he's willing to take one or two to give one. We're going to look for another spinning elbow there.
Yeah,
Here comes that same shot.
Yep.
Tell us about why that takedown is so effective, Chris.
Well, you have 2 points right there that are keeping you up, and when you take one of them away and lean, it's hard to stand up. It's just like if you take a table and you take out one of the legs and you put something on one side, it's going to fall over.
Now, is he looking for a head and arm choke? He is. I think he's fishing for it. But yeah, I mean, he's able to pull that leg out, and he's done it twice now. And it's not like high-level, complicated type wrestling, but it's very effective, isn't it?
It doesn't matter how high level, as long as it's effective is the main thing, and especially as people get a little bit more tired. I think you can see that takedown was a little easier to get than the first time. Oh, there he's got that choke in right now. He better get that arm back or it's over.
He already tapped. That's it. That's it. Great submission from the Brazilian representing American top team. Able to get the win right there. And Brandon Hebert visibly upset. I mean, he was really able to deliver some damage. He is not happy.
Man, there's that agony of defeat right there. It's all over his face. He really wanted to win this fight.
Listen, he's a gamer, and he wants to win no matter what, and he puts out every effort. And, you know, he's a guy that, you know, I hope to see him back here at XMMA.
Absolutely. He's always entertaining. And you can just tell, I mean, you can tell how upset he is right now.
Yeah, of course. Let's take a look at the finish of the fight.
Okay,
Marcelo Golm able to get the head and arm choke on. We talked about he was fishing for it.
As soon as he was able to spin around, he trapped that arm with his head, and then it's just a matter of him getting both legs of the other side, and he didn't even get both legs over there. That was in so tight.
Are some people able to do that properly? Is it a technique, or is it more that Hebert was already breathing hard?
It was a little bit of both, but it depends on how tight that squeeze is. And a big, strong 260-pound guy, when he gets it in there and squeezes, there's not much room.
That's for sure. I mean, he did outweigh his opponent quite a bit. You know, I wonder if Brandon Hebert could make 205.
He'd be a monster at 205, so maybe that could put on a few pounds.
He weighed at 237. I'm not sure.
Well, I think he's been on his way down. I think he's been losing weight, so maybe that's the path he's getting towards.
Well, he definitely has big punches, and he delivered some damage on the way to losing by submission. But he made a good showing, as did the Brazilian from American Top Team. Well, we don't need any judges this time. All we need is our ring announcer, and he will tell us the particulars of the finish here in the second round. Let's throw it up to Christopher James.
Our referee, Andrew Glenn, calls a halt to this bout at 1 minute and 17 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by submission via arm triangle, the one and only Marcelo Golm.
We have Chris Lights Out Lytle. If we might be able to jump in and get some.